This is Lara Henares making your day with the second part of an article written by Maria Angela C. Mina entitled Except for All the Others. And we continue to quote, "The Spanish created this power structure, the Americans exploited it, and 100 years later it is still there, albeit with some new players such as Chinese tycoons, movie stars, and basketball players. The movie stars and athletes seem like a ludicrous addition to the mix, and most people would say that they are proof of the Filipino voters' lack of education, sophistication, or just plain common sense. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I suspect that the actors and the athletes are voted into power because they have a quality that all other players in the Philippine power structure are lacking. Where the old land-owning class is established through foreign power, and the new players in business can boast of being self-made. Movie stars and basketball players actually owe all they have to the masses that adore them. The people chose them. That is why they're important. Of course, this doesn't mean that voting them into office has produced better results. Neither acting on television or shooting a ball through the hoop are good ways to prepare to deal with present government structures, much less improve or revolutionize them. I think those that manage to survive the political arena do so by adapting to it, not by changing it. If nothing else, the Estradas, the Revillas, and the Lapids have proven that actors can just be as greedy and corrupt as any trapo, only much more embarrassingly stupid. We don't have an actor running for president this year. That is cold comfort. I am sure that some people would point out that Grace Poe is riding the crest of her father's popularity as an actor. But I would argue that if that were truly the case, she would have a better standing in the survey. As it is, she's not doing poorly, but not really any better than Binay or Duterte. Even though, as far as we know, he has not stolen anything and he hasn't killed anybody. I may end voting for her, although voting for a candidate just because she's not stealing, killing, or dying is terribly depressing. Based on those qualifications, I could vote for a random stranger, my pet cat, or a mountain of peanut butter. Some people would point out that Ma Rojas is an alternative. But I would point out that a mountain of peanut butter would have been more help to the people of Tacloban. This isn't even a figure of speech. The people of Tacloban could have gotten sustenance out of a mountain of peanut butter, where all they got from Ma Rojas, bahala kayo sa buhay ninyo. Add in his wife, hindi alam ni Anderson Cooper ang sinasabi niya, and his buddies, buhay ka pa ba? Hindi ba? And you've got a trifecta of sound bites for the ages. More about this after these messages. This is Lara Henares making your day with the second part of Maria Angela C. Mina's article entitled Except for All the Others. And we continue to quote, "The thing that really pisses me off about Ma Rojas is that if he had just done a good job for 6 years, his candidacy would have been easiest sell. He wouldn't need to bombard the airwaves with ads or put up videos on YouTube or try and fail to direct traffic. He would barely need to campaign. I haven't seen or heard a single ad for Laila de Lima, but I know that she is in the Magic 12 for the senatorial race. And that's because she did her job. Her campaign started the day she led the raid on the drug lords in Bilibid with their jacuzzis and saunas. And now she's reaping the benefits. What good did Mar Rojas do for 6 years? Does he think that the sight of him drenched in sweat and frantically waving his arms in the middle of a busy intersection will make us forget that traffic has become unbearable under this present administration? Does he think that repeating Daang Matuwid like a parrot will make us forget that this present administration failed its promise to rid us of corruption? He makes me so angry because he acts like his publicity stunts are sufficient reason for us to reward his 6 years of incompetence with the highest office in the land. If either Binay or Duterte win, and I pray they do not, they're likely to turn out more destructive and more harmful than Mar Rojas could be. But they aren't likely to turn out to be more teeth-gratingly aggravating. If this were another election with a different set of candidates, I would be tempted to say anybody but Mar Rojas. But as it stands, I think I'm forced to say Grace Poe is the worst, except for all the others. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.